Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. Turn down my volume just a smidge so that I can read your comments better. Okay, we got desktop sound going, we got audio input capture going. I think we can turn down the desktop volume just a smidge though. Welcome everybody, hopefully everybody's doing great today. Looks like we got 12 of y'all hanging out in the stream thus far. Welcome to some Jirachi shiny hunting encounters. The goal today is to get up to 1500 resets and 86 hours. So that's what we're going to be targeting. Of course, Coppercoin, little baby, is sleeping, napping right now, so this is a nap time stream. So again, the length of the stream is entirely dependent on how long he wants to sleep and then eat lunch. So that's kind of what we're working with. When he wakes up, we will take a break here for about a few minutes, get him some lunch, get him sorted out, get him some cartoons rolling because he hasn't got to watch cartoons yet today. And then we'll continue the stream as long as he's happy and healthy. And then when he gets grumpy, we'll end the stream and go from there. But there will probably be a second stream tonight when he goes down for his second nap. So we'll get some stream time in today, I'm sure. Welcome in. Looks like there's 20 of you guys coming across through the YouTube Shorts algorithm and my Discord pings, I'm sure. Do us a huge favor, guys. We've got a like goal of 10 right now. Could you smash that like button, press and hold on the center of your screen, and then down in the right hand middle, slap that like button, spread the stream around, get YouTube to do some work for us. It would be greatly appreciated in the longevity of the stream. We are doing the save corruption method, so we can cut our encounters down from 7 minutes to about a minute 30 seconds. So that's what I'm doing there. I am corrupting the save data on purpose to reload the save file we had before we got the Jirachi. Then we get to drop 2 saves. The first save is to get us a new backup save file of A. The second save is going to get us a new backup for B, or to set us back to A, I apologize. Jirachi will only save to save block B, so we need to be on save block A when we do this. Don't know if I explained that the best, but here's hoping. The reset. Don't have to watch the entire animation. About the time that it starts checking to see if you need a berry update, the Jirachi is already on the save cart. However, doing this, we do have a high chance of erasing the save data completely or glitching wrong. Wookie Spooky, welcome to the stream. Oop, did not mean to do that one. How you doing today, Wookie? Wiss, hello. Welcome to the stream. That green name lettering looking as beautiful as ever. Wookie Spooky's day's going decent. I mean, decent's decent. It could be worse, could be better, I imagine. What's got it decent and not on the good, better, best, or exceptional side of things? lot of homework and have stuff to do you don't like. That is a fair reason to have a day be decent. Like, I see no flaw. If it makes you feel any better, I too have a decent amount of homework I need to get done. I just have been putting it off for way too long. And I shouldn't do that, but it's where I'm at right now. Yesterday was a crazy stream. Yeah, there were definitely a lot of likes and a lot of subs from the same person, weren't there? It was such a great stream that Besto had to like it 10 times. On the bright side, today I'm kind of trucking along. I feel like I kind of got somewhat of a groove going on here. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I just jinxed myself. I probably just jinxed myself. Love that for me. I thought I had hit a groove. Evidently I did not. Evidently we have a 10-minute encounter for us. Alright, Wookie. Well, we'll catch you when we can catch you. No worries. We will be here. Probably doing the same thing we're doing now, honestly. But I think the only difference there will be I will have a baby in my arm, but other than that, same thing. Shiny hunting Jirachi. Battling the impossible. Because you get confirmed at the end of May. Not sure exactly what that means, but it sounds kind of exciting. Gotcha. and every Thursday you have to go to class for it, which you hate because you always have to sit at a table with people who make you uncomfortable. Understandable. Wiz, good luck at school. Good luck at school. I think we'll just have more of a documentation stream today for the encounters. We'll call it that. Dane Willis, respect the grind. You want to get the hardware to do it yourself at some point. It is an expensive hunt to get the hardware for. All in all, it's about 500 bucks to hunt this. Maybe even more now. I bought my stuff a little while back, so like 2 years ago. May have gotten more expensive over the years. As it tends to do. But I'm not entirely sure I recommend this hunt. I'm having a good time with it, don't get me wrong, but like it is so long. Jirachi's been your favorite for 10 years. I'm with you there. That's why I gotta get it. It's like Jirachi's like my favorite mythical. Like, it's also the first mythical I was ever able to obtain because I got this bonus disc by happenstance. Sorry, I got a copy of the bonus disc by happenstance when I was about 9 or 10 when the games first came out for Pokemon Coliseum and whatnot. And I don't even know how I came across the bonus disc because like I don't think I pre-ordered Coliseum. I don't think my mom and dad pre-ordered Coliseum for me. I don't know how I got Pokemon Coliseum, but maybe they did. I don't know. I don't think my parents were the pre-ordering type, but the bonus disc was a pre-order bonus, but somehow I managed to come across just a copy of it somewhere. I don't know. It was far too long ago, but I was able to get the legendary in my copy of the games, or the mythical rather. Ever since then, it's been my favorite. Marshadow kind of is close. They swap back and forth from time to time. Unexpected. Good luck, bro. You got this. Thanks for the luck. We'll be hunting this for the next 6 eternities. You're not a fan of the classes because you're not a talkative person and you'll have like 12 people talking to you all at the same time. Yeah, that's a lot to take in when you don't like talking to people. That's understandable. There we go, wild battle. Get us some experience to more easily take down May. Ooh, critical hit. Good job, Torchic. Not a fan of the 10-minute encounters. I wish I could get the, like, I went on a 60 encounter streak without messing up once. I wish I could get back to that. Hey Wookie, you have a great night. Morning, afternoon. I believe it's evening for you. It's probably about 3-ish. Unless you're on East Coast or West Coast and I've mistaken that, but either way, have a great night. Oh yeah, Pacific Coast. I'll do well to remember that. This particular soundtrack right now sounds like a MapleStory soundtrack, not even gonna lie. Sounds like the forest outside the wizard area. That I can't remember the name of right now. Gosh, MapleStory took up so much of my life back in the day. I do miss it from time to time, though. Critical hit. That's right, Mudkip. Get wrecked. Experience points. I think we're on track to making this a short encounter anyways. Maybe 7 minutes. Can I tell you when is the next time you are making Entertainment Pocket Monster live stream? Very likely in 4 hours from now. Maybe 5. It's either going to be at 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. my time. So, Baby Coin went down for a nap at noon. They've been asleep for about an hour. Ish. Probably closer to like 30 minutes. They'll wake up, have some lunch, get some playtime in, and at that time we won't be streaming. And then they'll have a second nap around 5:30, 6 o'clock, and I'll probably do another stream at that point. Get him outside to get some more playtime in. He loves being outside. Ooh, 9 minutes. Better than it could have been. I do get kind of nervous when he is sleeping and I'm streaming though, because like I just know that if I find it, I'm gonna scream and I'm gonna wake him up. Ooh, I love that subscribe animation. Absolutely love it. our second save in 3, 2, 1, boom. Welcome on in, everyone. We did tip down pretty low there for a second as far as viewers. Still on the lower side, but welcome on in all the same. Glad to have you hanging out with us. Shiny hunting Jirachi. Hopefully everybody else has something that they are shiny hunting and working on as well. It's nice to have a community to chat about what you're currently hunting and take a break from the monotony of seeing the same sprite over and over and over again. Oop. Just realized my favorite soundtrack's playing. Would it be cool or not to have your own theme music wherever you went? Oh my gosh, was that save 1 or save 2? One of my buddies is live. Dropping save file 1. And save file 2 was dropped. Beautiful. Top 5 Pokemons. Like of all time, I'm gonna say Swampert, Scolipede, Gengar, Toxapex, Tinkaton, and then I'm gonna say Flygon, Metagross, you better be expecting that Swampert, Alakazam, and I need 2 more for my top 10. I feel like I had a Careful Nature 2 times in a row. I want to say Bagon's up there. And like, is it a top 10 list without Charizard? I don't know. I don't want to be super generic, but it's either got to be Charizard or Blaziken. I'm a huge Gen 3 fan person. I do also thoroughly enjoy Miltank. Mr. Limbo, Infernape is also pretty interesting. I do gotta hand it to Infernape. Avery, welcome to Twitch. Got Pokemon Ruby on Sunday. That's what's up. Sapphire's better personally, but Ruby's still pretty awesome. Gen 3 is most definitely my favorite Pokemon generation, followed by Generation 5, 2, then 1. You really like Generation 4? A lot of people do. I can understand why. I can't get behind it, but it's not my least favorite generation. I just think 4, it was a great region, executed poorly. Great game, executed poorly. Favorite non-legendary steel type, Metagross, hands down. Baby Coin favorite Pokemon prediction. We're gonna start him off with the starters, and I honestly feel like he is either going to go for Torchic or Rowlet. Like, the OG Steelix is pretty cool. Like, that would be a choice as well. But I just think Metagross embodies Steel type the best. Shark would be so happy. I don't know. I just foresee him finding bird Pokemon. And I think he is most able to see and notice orange and yellow colors. So I think he would pick those ones over blue or red colored things or green colored things. So it's purely visual aspect at his age. What's going to catch his attention? I do need to order all of the plushies, but it's going to cost me like $300, and I'm not sure I'm ready for that kind of a commitment yet. You're going for Totodile. I could see Totodile as well because it's an alligator. I could see him going rawr and, you know, going after it. Oh, that wasn't an encounter. What am I doing? I'm doing well, Avery. How are yourself? You're also into collecting Pokemon cards? I would expect no less from a Pokemon player. And your favorite starter is Cyndaquil. Many, many people would agree. I am not one of them, but many people would agree. Shiny Steelix is crazy, but Shiny Metagross is in fact better. I agree, Limbo. Corviknight or Aggron are your favorite steel types, though. All of these would be on your team. Yes. Yes. I do have a love for Aggron, especially Shiny Aggron. Love the red eye. But also, there's something cool about Blue Eye Aggron as well. They're all just great. Specifically Aeron, but like Aggron's pretty cool. It sucks that it's like 4 times weak to water, but I still enjoy it. Maybe it's not 4 times, but I know it got wrecked by my Swampert. That's it. Maybe it's 4 times weak to ground. Mega Aggron is coming back. That thing goes pretty hard. Pokemon cards can, in fact, be worth money, Avery. You right, you right. Favorite shiny is Rayquaza, of course. Yes. Gotta have that there, Avery. He drops the rock type. Epic. We don't need no rock type. Cold, hard, unyielding steel is what we need. All right, I dare say, at the risk of ruining my run, I got a pretty good groove going on right now. Speaking factos. We are speaking facts. I just feel like rock doesn't do anything for anybody. Like, cool, it's super effective against bird type Pokemon and maybe bug type Pokemon. But for the most part, it just gives your Pokemon unnecessary weaknesses. Ooh, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay. Yes, I was needing to save. Avery, did you ever get around to getting a capture card put in your like 3DS or whatever? Was that you that was trying to do that too? I gotcha. Still is simply the best for designs and type matchups. Strong against Fairy, Rock, and Ice. Resistant half the other types. Can never be poisoned, and poison attacks do 0 damage. This is true. What its weaknesses are earth and fire? Planning to get a capture card for your Wii. Well, the Wii should just be able to get a pretty cheap capture card for that. $20. And then a AV or a composite to HDMI converter, and you're good to go, man. And fighting, that's right. Earth, fire, fighting. I kind of forget about the fighting types sometimes because the only fighting types I actually use on my team are also fire anyways, so there's that. Like, the only Wii that ever should have been made, Avery. Like, they should never have made Wiis that can't play GameCube discs. That's the most redundant thing in the world. So glad you got one that does play GameCube discs. That's actually what's running my Jirachi bonus disc right now. I have my GameCube acting as my Game Boy Advanced and my Wii acting as my GameCube. Corviknight laughs at that earth fighting weakness. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. It's like, nah, fam. I will tear you limb from limb. Not even bat an eye. I'm pretty sure I checked this one, but on the off chance I did not. Simply the biggest bird. I mean, I I can respect Corviknight. I'm not a huge fan of Corviknight. But like, I definitely see Corviknight's merits. I dare say that I like it more than Staraptor. But I do also love that Tinkaton like preys on Corviknight. I think that's the coolest thing ever. Steel looking shiny goes hard. I agree. When you bought Pokemon Ruby on Sunday, the game label was damaged. Well, that's not good. Hopefully it's a nice, sweet, authentic copy for you. Okay, we dropped save file 1. Faux show. Just need to wait for save file 2, because I kind of spaced out for a second. Save file 2. Perfect. Can you tell I stayed up till 3 o'clock in the morning and my kid woke up at 6 in the morning? Because I can. I'm a little sleepy. It's authentic with new save battery. That's what's up. Hardy. Yeah, I think we have a pretty decent shot at getting to 1500 tonight. Well, this stream, anyways. We're definitely making it to 1500 tonight. That's not a question. I desperately want to make it to the 2000 range as soon as possible so that I can test my theory of if it's going to be in the 2000 range. Like, that's kind of where I've set my sights for when I want to encounter it, is somewhere around 2000. Are Pokemon games on Amazon real? Not necessarily. Like, I would say that that question is going to be case-by-case basis. Because not all of the games at GameStop were real. Like, even GameStop sold fake copies of games on accident. Because their employees weren't correctly checking to see if games were authentic before accepting them on trade. That's actually why they don't accept retro game carts anymore, is because their employees aren't trained to detect the fakes. So they were accepting brand newish looking games on trade. Okay, did I save once, twice, 3 times? As long as you save an even number of times, the amount of saves don't matter. And there's a subscribe button. Love that thing. So I'm going to point that out every time I see it for like the next 3 weeks, probably. And then it'll become old news. But like, I just love seeing it so much. Whis, have a great time at school. You'll probably miss the next stream, fair enough. Glad to have you while we got you. Have a great day at school. Back to school, to prove to Dad I'm not a fool. I got my shoes tied tight. Or no, I got my lunch all packed. My shoes tied tight. I hope I don't get in a fight. Oh, apparently my lovely singing was worthy of a subscriber. Thanks for the luck, Whis. People say fake Pokemon games don't work. You're right, Avery, and people do say that because they really don't reliably. Especially the GBA cartridges and below, but even some of the DS ones don't work right. It's kind of hit or miss on whether or not they're going to do their job, and it has to do with how the games process save information. Like, I don't know if I'm going to explain it with the justice it needs, but imagine there's 2 sets of programs on that cartridge and 2 processors for it. One runs the game, one runs the save file. Most of the fake cartridges emulate and use they extract the game program correctly. So you get the ROM from the game cart, but then they upload the ROM to the game and it saves correctly. But it's almost like the instructions for how to process the saves don't get uploaded onto the cartridge because it goes into a separate allocation of memory. And so your saves can sometimes work, they can sometimes not, and you never know when that's going to happen. And sometimes you'll get like to Gym 4 in Heart Gold Soul Silver and save, and your save file will corrupt, and then you have to start over every single time. But it's weird that it gets to that point specifically. Like, you can save up until that point, and then just all of a sudden it stops working. And that's the problem with some of the spoofed cartridges and whatnot, is you never know when the save's going to go out. You never know if the save's going to be reliable because there's just no way to tell. So, like, that's an oversimplified explanation of why sometimes they don't work, and it may not be the most accurate, but it's the general gist of why they don't work at the very least, according to Brasscoin's understanding. But they could have gotten more sophisticated over the years, that's for sure. In Pokemon Go yesterday, you hatched a shiny Alolan Meowth. That's pretty decent. Climbing up on those subscriber counts. We're almost to 20,200 subscribers. Can we hit it today? I think so. There's a pretty decent possibility of that happening. And I'd be greatly appreciative if we could get that to happen. I'd be all for it. I feel like I already checked this one. Sure did. It's time to corrupt. You're really good at Pokemon Go? I'm pretty decent. I've had the opportunity to do a few videos for a few of the Pokemon Go spoofing programs, and have had a lot of fun being able to do that. Have one that's going to be coming out relatively soon. I need to make some edits today at some point, but other than that, I've just been having fun trying out the different programs at this point. If I spoof, I can get banned. This is true. If we spoof diligently and correctly and safely, the risk is pretty low though. Been doing it off and on for about 4 years now and haven't had any drastic measures taken, so I'm okay with the risks. That, and there's streamers that make their entire stream career out of shiny hunting in Pokemon Go using spoofing programs, so it's worth it in my opinion. Not for everybody though. Did it again. There's also apps like, do you know iPogo? I do. I don't personally agree with rooting or, you know, using these apps to install Pokemon Go on your game. I don't believe in having the spoofing app running on your phone. I don't do that. I will not do that. I am not giving any app that does not go through the iTunes App Store access to my phone. That's just stupid. Like, I don't care how legit the company is. If I can't get the app through the iTunes Store itself, there's something wrong. So my personal preference is I download the program on my PC so that the signal isn't running through my phone, it's running through my internet. My program on my PC is then going into my phone and changing the GPS location of my phone instead of receiving GPS signal from these satellites. Whereas if you use the app version of those programs, it seems more like it's taking your phone's internet signal and then converting the cell signal that it's getting into a GPS location and telling it it's somewhere else after the phone already knows where it's supposed to be. And that seems risque to me. So I hook it up to my PC and let my PC do the changing. Do you need to pay for the program on your PC or is it free? I am not aware of any really true good PC versions of the program for free. What I would recommend doing is finding one of the programs that you like and getting the lifetime subscription to it. Would be the very best value for you. I didn't catch if I saved twice or not. Drop in save file 1. And save file 2. Got it. subscribe, slap like now. Gosh, I haven't watched one of Davey 504's videos in so long. I really should. You saw I got a shiny Shadow Raikou? Yes, I sure did. Man, I'm having a struggle keeping track of how many saves I'm doing. I need to pay attention and lock in. Do I like sushi? Yes. I'm going to be honest. I can't say that I do. But I haven't tried a lot of sushi. So, two things working against me here. I am not the biggest fan of fish to begin with. I want to like sushi. I want to like fish. Fish has to be cooked a very specific way in order for me to eat it. I grew up going swimming in canals and just getting that really nasty fish smell from canals and like lakes and stuff that canals feed into. Because I live in a farming community, like that's just what you did. So I'm used to smelling that fish smell. When I smell that on my food, it makes me gag. Like, the fish can taste amazing, but if I get a whiff of that smell while I'm eating it, it's an instant brain reject. Like, my body physically will not allow me to swallow the fish after that. Alright, so that's point one. Now, normally, if the fish is cooked well, I can get over that. However, most sushi has seaweed. Seaweed always has that fish taste and smell to me. So if I could get sushi without seaweed, I could probably stomach it and enjoy it a lot. Problem is, you kind of need the seaweed to keep the sushi bits together. But I wouldn't mind trying sushi while in Japan. And like actually going to a place and just stomaching it and going for it. Crunchy California roll, maybe it's fried. Might be able to get behind that. We have a hibachi grill in the next town over that I like to go to, and I've tried a sushi roll from there too, and I was able to stomach it for the most part. But again, just the seaweed kind of is off-putting to me. I'm sure there's something I could do to it to mitigate it, but I haven't experimented with it because sushi's expensive. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I could eat, Yaz, because salmon and rainbow trout and tuna are definitely fish that I can eat. Ooh, ooh, ooh. We do not want to save. Pokemon Go is good to play in New York? Yeah, it is. I usually spoof to Bryant Park in New York. Oh, yeah, no doubt, Yaz. I'm sure getting it straight from the ocean and like actually having everywhere be within the coast is gonna yield some pretty slamming fish products. And going to Japan, honestly, is on my bucket list. Problem is, I will have to save up like 20 grand to do it right. Because like, I know if I go to Japan, it's not going to be for a week or two. It's going to be for like 2 months. You're going to get sushi right now? You enjoy the crap out of that sushi there. Japan is on your travel bucket list too, Avery? Yes, I agree. Like, I want to experience Tokyo. I want to experience messing around in some of the Nintendo game shops. I want to visit rural Japan. Like, I want to go see, you know, the sacred sites and the Shinto buildings and the gates, the shrines, all that fun stuff. I don't know what I just did, but I didn't do it right. But like, in order to, I want to also ride the subway. Just take the transportation. I want to experience riding that lap around the entirety of Japan, because I think that would be dope. You're learning how to speak Japanese in school. That's pretty lit. The bullet train. Yes. I want to go walk around and hang out in the Kanto Prefecture. See the inspiration behind the Silphco building. Yeah, I want to go for a long enough period of time that I can really immerse myself in being there and just worry about being there. I'm just gonna go to Japan right now. See y'all later. Wouldn't that be nice? I'm gonna be perfectly honest, Yaz. Like, the amount of times it's crossed my mind to try a crowdfunding objective on the channel it would blow your mind. Just I think about it all the time. I'm never gonna do it, I don't think, but just knowing, like, I got like 20,000 people that could be seeing my channel at any given time, and you know, eventually I hope to have 100,000 people watching my channel at any given time. The ability for crowdfunding to happen on that level is absurdly high. It's like, oh hey, just the knowledge of if everybody that is subscribed to the channel all on the same day dropped like a $2 membership to the channel or a $2 super chat in one of the live streams or something, I could freaking have a down payment on a house. Like, just that knowledge in my headspace blows my mind that there is a big enough following that if that happened, it could have a huge impact. And it's just like, it's never gonna happen. I'm not sure I would really ever want to ask for it, but it would definitely make the channel more maintainable because I'd have a space in which to guarantee I can do it consistently. But yeah, it's just really interesting knowledge to have, knowing that. I'd make bank for real. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, there's been a great deal of support on the channel. Like, there's been enough revenue that's come through the channel that I could have had a down payment for a house if I didn't spend it all on, you know, the switches, running that stuff, growing the channel, and just trying to do bigger and better things all the time. But this year, I hope, is the year that I will have enough for a down payment on a house. I am doing my best to save everything the channel generates to put into a house fund at the end of the year. Because it would be amazing if I could get a house where I have a room just for a YouTube studio where I can get my own internet, and I know it's going to be good internet, won't have internet disruptions. Have a place to store the bots that my kid's not going to get to them or the router and disrupt things. Like, have a place to do streaming when I want and how I want to do it, without having to worry about when my wife's getting home and going to be walking in the door, so I have to end at a very specific time. Like, it would just be so good for the channel. Do I like Pokemon anime? Yes, I do. Haven't seen as much of it as I would like to. I've really only seen in its entirety all of Kanto, all of Orange Island, and some of Johto. You visualize it, you'll see it in your mind, and you can do it. Absolutely, Yaz. Absolutely. One step at a time. And honestly, the wife and I are making huge strides in attaining that goal for sure. Like, between the two of us, this year, without calculating anything from YouTube, because I run that as a business, so I don't get to touch any of those business funds until the end of the year when they become my personal funds due to how the business is ran. We've been able to save up $4,000 towards a house and $7,000 towards baby medical bills and time off to assist my wife with our second child that's going to be born in like 7 weeks. So, like, it's not that we're not able to save money. It's that we decided that, okay, we're going to have our family now and then save for a house. So, like, all of our savings that could have or should have gone to a house went to making sure we don't have medical debt when our kid is born. So, at the very least, we don't have debt. Yet. So we're being semi-responsible in that vein. Cars are paid off. So we're in a better position than some, I suppose. You liked when Ash battled Drake in Orange Islands? That's pretty good. I'm like not even remembering who Drake is right now, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I remember Ash battling somebody in the Orange Islands that was pretty epic. But like, right off, I can't say I remember who Drake was. Debt free is really good. Yes, yes it is. We'll get there. And congrats on a new one coming. Thanks, Yaz. You have kids too, and they're a blessing. They're so fun. Just getting to watch them become from a little squish to a whole freaking person is mind-blowing. Drake had a Dragonite. And we're not thinking of Lance, right, Avery? Not Lance, okay. Lance had 3 Dragonites. Lance was a cheater. It's amazing how long it took me to realize that Lance was not intended to be a dragon trainer. Lance was a flying type trainer. Blew my freaking mind. Why did I choose the name Brass Coin? It's a great question. I took a bunch of letters out of my name, put them together. Not all of them, but most of them. And figured out what word I could make with those letters. And it ended up being pronounced brass coin. So I just put a second S in it to make it brass coin. And like, I don't know why I stuck with it. It just kind of worked. And by the time I thought I should change it, my channel brand was kind of already set, and like I have no idea what I would even begin to change it to at this point. Too bad this shiny hunt isn't first try. I so agree, Smoker. I do not comprehend or understand how anybody could have accidentally got this Jirachi shiny. Like, I don't see how anybody could have got this Jirachi as shiny Encounter 1 just starting off their game, or you know, oh yeah, Jirachi bonus disc, you know, we're gonna see about getting one of those sent to our game, and they just happen to get a shiny one. Like, I don't believe anybody just lucked out on it, but somebody had to have. I feel like I just did check this one, but I feel like I didn't increment because it should be higher. But yeah, I have thought about changing my name, especially when I wanted to still change from what I was doing to more Zelda related content and just be a Zelda tuber. I thought about changing my name to something more Zelda related, but then I just decided to go all in with the Pokemon and never had a real reason to change it. And 20,000 subscribers in. Subscribe button. I don't think I'm going to change it. Especially seems how at 10,000 subscribers, I started the whole freaking process of copywriting the name. And that's finally gone through, I think. Pokemon Silver is a good Pokemon game. I also agree there, Avery. It's like I got the name copyrighted. I'm working on merchandise, and Yaz and Smoker and Avery, I don't think you guys were here for this one, but while I'm watching the replay there, check out this. So this is my original brass coin PFP, right? Well, kind of. I did some color altering on it. Usually used to have a red shirt, right? Well, that's a patch that I'm having made, an iron-on patch, like I don't know how to describe it. Kind of like a varsity letter for your varsity jacket or something like that. Just a patch you can iron onto a backpack or something if you desire. So that's one merch idea that I'm doing, but that's just to show you the original channel logo and what I was doing with that. I had this 3D image mock-up made, and it's actually printable on a 3D printer with plastic and stuff. I'm looking to have brass coins minted, so getting both of those on there, it's pretty close, right? I think it's cool enough. One brass coin, that image to the left there, 20,000 subscribers commemorative coin. I'm actually looking to have a graphite mold made of those so that I can pour brass, melted brass, into them and do physical brass coins as channel merch. So we'll see how that goes. But as far as that iron-on patch though goes, I am going to post an announcement to YouTube probably tomorrow to have everybody vote on which patch design they think is best. Because I do got a few. And like, I want to get that logo printed on a gray hat, so that's the first thing I'm going to do with like one of those iron-on patches, is I'm going to have it embroidered onto a hat as well. So there may be a hat line coming out at some point. I would like to see a little bit more engagement on the live streams before officially going for it, but I told people at 20,000 subscribers I was going to seriously consider, look into, and work on getting some merch orders placed. But definitely need the streams to be more popular and poppin' in order to actually have them do well. I'm looking to keep the hats as straight bills, so kind of like the hat I'm wearing now, and have them be around the $30 price point. Iron-on patches I'm looking to have around the $5 price point, if I can do it. And the brass coins I'm hoping to be around $10. And then shirts and hoodies to come as the initial merch can pay for their creation. Because it's expensive to get these ideas drawn up and in motion. It's more expensive than you would think. Like, for example, to do the embroidered patch, I have to order a minimum of 100 of them. And I think it's going to cost me $300 to actually get them made. So I have to ensure that I can sell them for at least $3 to break even. $5 to actually have it worth my time. But could be as much as $10 to actually make it a real true profit, because I don't know exactly how much it's going to cost to make it and ship it and all that fun stuff. And I just don't know if there's been enough interest expressed. And maybe I can do like a pre-sale thing where I set up sales to be taken for it before I even get the stuff created. And then when I hit enough sales, I actually go and create the order and accept the cash from it and use that to actually fund the orders. Mike could do something to that effect. Okay, already checked you, Jirachi. Where do I buy retro video games? Avery, I feel like I've asked that or answered that question for you a few times, but I only get them from Facebook Marketplace. I only buy those games where I can see them in person. Touch them, feel them, handle them, and then I will buy the cartridges, the retro games. Only real way to make sure you're not getting sold a repo. Okay, we got save one getting dropped. Save 2 did not get dropped. Yep. GBA games and DS games are pretty easy to spot the fakes as long as you can see them in person. A little bit harder to tell with pictures on the internet. Not to mention, you could be looking at a real picture and they could send you a fake copy anyways. Like, easy to have a bait and switch done. Oh yeah. Black 2, White 2, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and even Black and White are really easy to spot the fake. They should appear red under a light. Put a flashlight on behind one of them, the cartridge should appear red. Jaden, welcome to the stream, or I should say welcome back to the stream, or to the channel. First time chatting today, but definitely recognize that name recently, hitting the comment section. How you doing today? I'll take the smiley face as doing good. We've been in a pretty decent groove since about 1432 encounters. We've gotten a good solid 30 encounters without screwing up, so I'm doing pretty good myself. Like, I can't complain with that. We've been having some great flow happening on these resets, but as my luck would have it, every time I say how well we're doing with these resets, something stupid happens and I have to start a new save file. It's like, you said what now? Nah, fam, we're gonna make you lie. I really want to do a shiny only playthrough of Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. I think the main thing stopping me is I already know what my team would be, so like a little bit less of a mystery. Like, Swampert's a given. Swampert is a must. As long as the starters aren't shiny locked in that game. The next would be Lotad. I imagine I would have to do a Beldum, Trapinch, or Bagon. Like, one of those had to be done. I would have to do a Ralts. Like, I would have to. And maybe I'd have to do, like, a Wailmer or a Relicanth just for the lulz. I'm not entirely sure I'd want to do it on my Ruby and Sapphire, but I may say, hey, I got shiny Jirachi on these cartridges. Let's trade this over to a cartridge and do a full shiny lock on it. Having Jirachi be a Pokemon on the team. But I would have to, like, start a new save file after I get the Jirachi and trade it onto the save file. So in some ways, this could be considered the first part of my Pokemon Sapphire shiny lock. Because you guys have said I should do a shiny only run with this Jirachi in tow. crap. Was that save 1 or save 2? I feel like that was only save 1. Like this time I'm pretty sure it was only save 1 that got dropped. Nope, 2. We're good. For your birthday, you hope you get some Pokemon games and Pokemon cards. Is that coming up there soon, Avery? August, okay. It's a little ways off. Galactic Cupcake, hello and how are you? Mr. Twirtles too, hello. Everybody's coming in. I'm sorry to hear you're sick, Galactic. Best wishes to you and the return of wellness. It's okay, you didn't have to go to school. Now, how much Pokemon were you able to play while not going to school? That's the question I have for you. Spent all your time sleeping. Bummer. But hopefully it helped. I like almost never spent my time sick from school sleeping. Like I would sleep a little bit, but for the most part I was just playing Pokemon, resting in bed, not thinking about anything. You're gonna make a list of stuff you want for your birthday. Good plan there, Avery. Conquer the world. Dropped out to be a Pokemon master. That's what's up. I think I just barely missed the reset. No, what's going on with the Wii? Barely missed it again? What's going on? That's interesting. Joke's on you. I already was a Pokemon master. Mr. Twirtles is the best that ever was. You are a Pokemon Master. You have a diploma in catching all 153 Pokemon that are present in the Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, including Meltan and Melmetal. There we go. Gotta get that diploma in Gen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 to become a Pokemon Master. In all seriousness, though, I will become impressed when you get Gen 3 Pokedex complete 100% in its entirety. I need a soda. Have like 1 out of 10 of all Pokemon. That's a pretty good start. I mean, it's not terrible. It's somewhere. You know? Yeah, it's a start. Oh no, I think Melmetal is a Pokemon. I just don't think the Let's Go games are very difficult. I want to see you do Gen 3, where you need Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Leaf Green, Fire Red, Pokemon Coliseum, and Pokemon Coliseum XD Gale of Darkness, plus the Jirachi bonus disc, or Pokemon Channel if you're in Europe, to get the Pokedex 100% filled in. And even then, you're still going to be missing Celebi or Jirachi, depending on the region of your game. There is no middle period. You're just gonna continue on your grind to getting the good old Hollow Knight Platinum Trophy. Best of luck there, Mr. Turtles. Can't stay but hello for 5 seconds. Hello, Shark Lord. 5 seconds is long enough to slap that like button. And we did achieve the goal, so kudos to that. Let's get a new like goal rolling on in here. We got I think that's a decent enough stretch for the time we have left. Place pinned message. Mewtwo and Type Null are biological cell-like robots, LARPing as Pokemon. I can't argue with it. That's where you're wrong. Brasscoin, you've been supplying the entire world of every mythical legendary that's hard to obtain. Yes, but it's not Gen 3. It's Gen 3 Pokemon, but it's not in Gen 3. Do you see the connect? I want to see a complete Pokedex inside Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Fire Red, or Leaf Green. Like, every Gen 3 Pokemon physically on those cartridges. Because it is still doable. And I am going to prove it. Not right now, but on a series on the channel, I will be doing just that thing. Even down to the point where I am literally playing through all of Ruby, all of Sapphire, and all of Emerald, back to back to back, in different ways of playthroughs. I think one's going to be a shiny lock, one's going to be a regular playthrough, and one's going to be a Nuzlocke. And of course I am going to have to edit the save of Emerald and Japanese Emerald to accomplish this. Or maybe, yeah, Emerald and, no, because I'll be playing Fire Red or Leaf Green. I will have to use Japanese copy of Emerald to make it all happen. Nope, because that Mew can't go. But I can get them all in Gen 3, that's for sure. You just realized that Piccolo is only 4 years older than Gohan? That's a pretty interesting realization. I'm still not convinced that I didn't save twice. Hold up, hold up. There's save slot 1. I'm now convinced I did not save a second time. You just realized only main characters stay young? Ask Ketchum is going to become old. Is he even shown in any capacity in the new series at all? Because like I didn't think he even made an appearance. Yeah, Ash Ketchum. Goten and Trunks have been like 10 since before Gohan had a kid. I mean, that's fair. We don't know why the people of Dragon Ball Z don't age. Other than Krillin's wife, we know why she doesn't age. What we don't know is how they had a kid together. Who almost screwed that up? Bulma wasn't even mad at Majin Vegeta for nuking innocent people. No. He was just a little hangry that day. Come on now. It's not that big of a deal. I think every Pokemon in the Pokemon trading card game already does have 10 cards. He got in with the wrong crowd. He met up with the giant magic space wizard. What do you expect? Guess it wasn't giant, but a magic space wizard all the same. Mantike has 4 different cards. I find it very hard to believe that Mantike only has 4 possible card loadouts, but like at the same time, I still believe it. Is that a cat or a baby? I can trust you. You searched it up. I'll believe it. Flygon. Flygon's the only answer for that question. Ah, that is a baby. We're gonna see if we can get a solid 2 more encounters. Galactic, the answer to that question is Flygon. It's a cool Pokemon that doesn't have another form, that needs to lose its ground typing and gain Bug for the first ever Bug Dragon. True Bug Dragon. The OG Bug Dragon. The Bug Dragon we all know should be a Bug Dragon. It is literally a dragonfly, which is a bug. Mega Skarmory. There we go. Yeah, I feel like Mega Corviknight would be pretty powerful. But Flygon is worthy. If Rayquaza gets a Mega, those guys should as well. I mean, I see the reasoning. I'm pretty sure there was massive outrage over Flygon not getting one last time. Hello, Austin, and welcome. Welcome to the tail end of the stream. Imagine how cool a Mega Bacon Bird would be. I guess that one, I'm gonna be honest, I don't get the reference. Mega Bacon Bird. Is that Yavatal? I'm gonna assume that's Yavatal. Oh, okay, yeah. Shiny Yavatal looks like bacon. I follow. I'm like, what am I not getting? Alright, well, we're gonna end off on 1400 270 encounters. We've streamed for about 2 hours. Gotta update my time clock counter here. Baby Coin is awake and needs some lunch and some play time. So we'll take a break for doing that. It is 2:30 my time, so we will probably be back at this at 6 when he elects to take another nap. But we'll catch y'all then.